Beautiful day, everyone. Hello, hello. Gonna do a quick mic check, please. Give me just a second. Um, Give me just a second, y'all. Yeah. Okay. Want to know if anybody is out there and if y'all can hear me. Okay, beautiful day. Can y'all hear me? My avatar is not lighting up, like doing that thing to let me know. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, can you hear me better? Can you hear me better? Is it low? Can you hear me better? Give me just a second, guys. Okay, good, good, good. Okay. Yay! Beautiful day, everyone. Pushing buttons, everyone. Yay. Okay. Okay, guys. Beautiful day. So let's get through what we do beforehand so I can get it out of the way. And then we'll move on. I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, everybody. I am not a medical professional, okay? During the lives, we may talk about natural remedies, natural healing remedies for our bodies, our minds, our energies, using sound, using herbs, using oils, using water, the things of nature. So if you have any questions about any of the natural remedies for you and your situation, please make sure you talk to your primary care provider. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a licensed therapist. And if you have any questions for your little ones, talk to their pediatricians, okay? Make sure you take what resonates with you. Take your rose petals, leave the thorns. Don't just throw out everything because you don't like one thing I say, okay? There might be some good rose petals, some good gems in here for you as well, okay? And I'm going to say this as well. I will not allow anyone's negative energy, ill will, and projection of anger, hate, and jealousy to take root on this platform and with my own energy essence. If you harbor these energies, these thoughts, these things, and you carry these entities within you, I reject them for myself and platform, and I send them directly back to the sender, back to you and where it came from, back to your life, your being, and all your situations. Please don't play with my intuition. Please don't underestimate my power. And please don't underestimate the beautiful collective power that we have here. Don't bring your Dollar Tree magic this way, okay? Much love, everybody. Okay. I'm going to say I do. Well, let's go through the comments before I start. Beautiful day, Lisa. Thank you for listening. I'm so glad you saw this. Beautiful day, Brett. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope all is well in Canada. Let's see. Call for my son looked over my shoulder and said, "Oh, Sunshine. Oh, you make sure you give him a big hug for me from Sunshine." Mwah. All right. Oh, that warms my heart, Dave. Let's see, doing well. So I've been busy too. Oh my gosh. It's been crazy, guys. I'm so glad you checked it too, Lisa. Beautiful day pushing buttons. So good to see you. Thank you so much, Brett. So good. Be sure. Thank you so much, Brett. I can't even thank you enough for that. What's up that way? Oh, much love to you. Oh, okay, guys, I'm caught up. Okay, so I do want to say, I want to apologize because I have lost all track of, like, I lost track of like the days. I thought yesterday was Thursday until it was time for me to rush and, get my kiddos ready to go to their dads for the weekend. And so I thought I was going to do a Thankful Thursday video later in the afternoon, but I was supposed to go grocery shopping on Thursday. So it turned into this big old thing. So I didn't come in on Friday because I was grocery shopping because I thought good part of the day, I thought it was Thursday. And so that's why we didn't have a live yesterday. And of course, I was not prepared to do, you know, I wanted to do a relationship live, but then I also wanted to apologize and go into other stuff. And so it's not our regular Saturday relationship live. And the relationship live that I wanted to do, it's going to be a little longer. So I do want to apologize. I didn't do Thankful Thursday, and I didn't do the regular Friday live, but we're getting back on track. I'm getting it together. And, you know, my life, just like Lisa had just said, her life is so busy. My life has gotten so busy unexpectedly, dealing with adding 2 new people in the mix of my life. It's so wonderful. I don't like saying boyfriend, my man and his beautiful son, and making time for that, making time for just myself, making time for home, making time for homeschool. It's like usually in the wintertime I slow down a bit, but this winter I've picked up, and so I hope everybody's doing well. I do apologize for that. So it's not going to be a regular Saturday. That we're going to read an article though. This article is called "If Someone Has These 7 Qualities, Never Let Them Go." Okay, so we're going to read that. I kind of wanted to. I was going to read an article about showing like a person that has narcissistic tendencies or whatever, but I was like, I want something refreshing. We had 2 articles before. Usually we do these articles on Sunday with the coffee talk chats on Sunday, but today we're going to do an article. And usually, and we have done 2 or 3 articles where we talk about the type of people not to give a second chance to, and like the 10 type of people to let go of. So I wanted to talk about people who hold certain qualities that you want to keep in your life, that you want to keep around. We talk so much about clearing and having healthy boundaries. And like always, like my children, my cat did not want anything to do with me until I got on live. Hold on just a second. And now, hey, Calypso, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. Goodness gracious, just like my kids. Sorry, guys. So anyway, we talk a lot about that and having healthy boundaries and clearing our energy and, you know, clearing out the toxic people, clearing out toxic environments and situations. Let's talk. I want to talk about the positive, and I want to talk about, oh goodness, no, Calypso. I want to talk about the kind of people that we need to keep in our lives. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Give me just a second. I'm going to close my door. Come here. Come here, Mama. Come here, Mama. Okay, she's not going to let me get her. Okay. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about that. So I'm going to start. I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to read the positive affirmation cards that we've been reading the past like month or so. Let me see. Okay, mixing up so much stuff. How did I wake up and think it was Thursday? Okay, there she is. Okay, I got her, guys. Hold on. You go, 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 go. Okay. Woo, my word. That's too funny. Okay. So let's see. So happy. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's going really well. And I'm the kind of person, I'm not gonna put too much out there because I feel like, because y'all know I don't even put pictures. My children are my world. I have one picture of my children on my platform. And if you go to my if you go to the community, I think I did it like a year or so ago. Hold on just a second. I think I did it a year or so ago. That's the only pictures. That's the only picture you'll see of my children. It was like a year and a half ago. The only picture I put up there of my children. And so I feel like this is just my opinion, because I know a lot of people put their family online. A lot of people put their relationship online. A lot of people like to do that. I feel like because, especially with the way that I know some people feel about me and the energy, the secret energy that they project towards me, I just kind of want to keep that energy safe. and my loved ones say. So you're not going to see me post a lot about that. I'll talk some about it during the relationship things. I'll talk about it and what I'm learning, what I'm trying to unlearn to help myself heal and grow and to help somebody else. But you're not going to see me be like, oh, whatever. I am very happy. I'm thankful to everybody that is sending positive energy towards my way and best wishes on my road to this new relationship. And I thank you so much. And I reject anyone who is sending negative energy towards it, but you're not going to see me be posting. I might post one picture of him and I, but that'll be about it. I like to safeguard those things. And we talk a lot about energy and protecting your energy. And due to the fact that it means so much, I want to protect the energy of my relationship, and I want to protect the energy of my children. So that's just my opinion. Okay, let's see. Love the topic change up. Yes, she is something else. The fur challenge. She is something else. Yes, and it's my job to protect my loved ones, and this is a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I don't want to pollute it. Okay, guys. So the positive affirmation cards that we've been reading for like the past month. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. I attract loving relationships into my life, and I am beautiful inside out. I love those. And then I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to pull one more. And these are not tarot cards. These are the positive affirmation cards, guys. I don't want anybody freaking out that don't like that aspect of me. I don't blame you. These aren't tarot cards. So let's pick one more card. And then I also have, I believe in my abilities. I believe in my abilities. I believe in my abilities. And then on the back of the deck, I'm going to take this one too. I'm able to create positive changes in my life. I love that, guys. I'm going to try to remember to read that at the end. And then I got this book from a dear friend of mine, I Ching Wisdom. I take what I take. I take my rose petals from everything. Anything that's going to help me grow, elevate, and be better, be wiser, I take it. And so I flipped through the pages. It landed on page 83. And this is what it said. Slander will be silenced if we do not gratify it with injured rhetoric. And it says, we can spend a lifetime tracking down and defending ourselves against the negative things people say. It is better simply to go on with our own affairs. With nothing to keep the talk alive, it dies for lack of attention. The best defense against slander is to live the life of the superior person, letting our actions and conduct speak for ourselves. So I wanted to share that too. I just randomly flipped through the page and that's what I found today. So I'm going to take a drink and then we're going to start the article, okay? Oh, thank you so much, Brad. Thank you for always sharing. You do share my stuff often, and I appreciate that. Anybody that shares, I appreciate so much. Just the thought that you guys and the action that you take time out of your day to be here for 50 seconds, 5 minutes, the whole time, whatever, dipping in and out. And then the fact that you take the additional time to share, it means more to me than you can possibly state, and so I can't put it into words. So thank you so much, Brett. I believe in all our abilities. We are amazing. Exactly. Those are excellent affirmations. Thank you. Hey, Discog, beautiful day. Much love to you. Big hugs too. Okay. So of course, like always, like 95% of the articles that I've taken from is from Lachlan Brown from his website called hackspirit.com. And so this was last updated August 11th, 2024. So it's called, if someone has these 7 qualities, never let them go. If you're just coming in, we're going to talk about the people and type of energies that we want to keep in our lives as we're growing. We talk a lot about getting rid of healthy boundaries, the things that we got to push out in order for us to grow. Now let's talk about the things that we need to keep, the people, the energies, and the things that we need to keep around us to help water us so that we can grow. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Oh, I know I've missed you guys. What's up? A beautiful day. Much love to you. Oh, thank you so much, Brett. Oh my gosh. I'm about to do a cartwheel. No, I was not thinking about you, Dan Beck, yesterday because I was writing down next week's Thankful Thursday, and you're on there, and I see you today. Oh my gosh, much love. I hope you and your baby girl are doing well. Oh, much love to you. Oh my gosh, I love when that happens. When you think about somebody, when you think about somebody and then like I see them or you see them in the live. Oh my gosh, Dan Beck, true Dan. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm gonna start crying. It means so much. It means so much to see you. I've been hoping that you've been well. Oh my gosh. It's okay. It is okay. We all have our lives. We're all dealing with things. We're all, I haven't been on here a good 2 weeks, we're all dealing with life, and I feel like that's what's important. And when we can come here and come together, that's beautiful. It doesn't have to be like, okay, this is how it's going to be. Like I was just saying, my life is changing and becoming so much more busier. I'm going to get on here when I'm able to get on here. So when we are here together, it makes it that much more special to me, I think, because we don't take it for granted, our time here together with one another. And then we show so much gratitude when we do come together for these moments, so I'm really grateful. I have such a grateful heart right now. Right. Okay. Yay. Okay. Oh my gosh, don't. Oh goodness. Oh my job. Oh my gosh. I'm going to definitely be more focused on sending so much love and healing and just, to you for a specific thing, So I'm really glad you're here. Okay, guys, here we go. Finding that special someone can be a challenge. Oh, I guess this is if you can take this as a person, like your person, or you can take this, but we are the good souls. We bond as we seek the truth and find ourselves through us, because the truth is within us. I love what you just said. I'm going to start that. Oh, I love it. Already coming in with the gems. And so I guess this is like, as I'm starting to read this, it could be like that special person, like in a relationship. But I think you can use this article and the qualities for people, for anybody, any type of relationship, and any type of like friendship, family, your partner, your lover, your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Okay, so here we go. It doesn't just have to be a lover. It can be for any type of relationship. Okay, finding that special someone can be a challenge, or that special friend. Okay, but did you know science can help? We're not talking about complex formulas or lab experiments, but simple human traits that surprisingly science says are the secret to a lasting bond. I don't think we need science. Like I said, I read articles. I don't necessarily agree with everything in it. It just starts it helps us dig deep into conversations. I don't think we need science to be able to dissect and understand these qualities. So if you meet someone who ticks these 7 boxes, don't let them go. Stick with me here. I'm about to share what these 7 qualities are. It's fascinating stuff, really. And hey, who knows? It might just lead you to the keeper you've been waiting for, or it might just lead you to the most beautiful friendship. It might just lead you to the most beautiful, awesome man of your dreams, of your manifestation, or the woman of your dreams, or the best friend of your dreams, or bringing back a family member that's healed or something. Number 1, they're empathic. I totally agree with this. Empathy is a big deal, folks. Science backs this up big time. I'm not just saying this because I'm a softie. A study found that empathic accuracy, the ability to accurately perceive a partner's thoughts and feelings, is linked to relationship satisfaction and stability. Why? Well, an empathic person can understand your feelings, even if they've never experienced your situation. They listen, they validate your emotions, and they make you feel heard. Okay, I have to agree with that, because I have had friends and I have had partners in my past who show no empathy, and who didn't even know what empathy was, who couldn't even spell empathy. Somebody was going through something and they were like, whatever. I was in a relationship with someone, and I had just found out that, I used to work with children. I volunteered at daycare. I used to work at daycares and child centers, and I was an assistant teacher for pre-K. And so I love children. And so I got the news that one of the kids that I knew had self-deleted himself, So he was a grown man now. And I found, this was about 5-6 years ago, I found out that he self-deleted, and he was one of my babies. And this person I was in the relationship with, no empathy, no emotional awareness, no emotional maturity. I'm sitting there with the news and I'm sitting there crying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this baby boy that I used to take care of grew up to be a man, and something happened in his life and he self-deleted himself. I'm crying. I'm tearing up now. And the person I was in the relationship at that time looked at me and was like, oh, no joke. Oh, can you go hand me this type of tool? I mean, wow. No empathy whatsoever. You don't have to understand what they're going through, but to even say, I'm sorry for your loss, or is there something I can do for you? I've learned my lesson with people anybody, friend, lover, family member. If you can't show empathy, I can't be around you. Anyway, sounds pretty awesome, right? But there's more. Empathy goes beyond just being there for the tough time. It means celebrating your victories too, even the small ones. Number 2, someone that you want to keep in your life and you don't want to ever let go. Someone that is resilient. I have to agree with that. Resilience, my friends, is not just about bouncing back. It's about growing and thriving after a challenging time. A study published by BMC Psychology indicates that resilience plays a significant role in improving life satisfaction, reducing anxiety, and lowering depression levels, which are critical for maintaining healthy relationships. Let me share a bit of my own story. I went through a pretty rough patch a few years back, lost my job, had to move, and was dealing with a health scare at the same time. But guess who was right there by my side? My partner. And let me tell you, their resilience was nothing short of inspiring. They not only helped me get through that time, but also taught me how to be more resilient myself. I'm tearing up now because I've never really had anybody face like my harshest moments with me. And so for him to say his partner was there, and, you know, and showed so much resilience with him. It's making me tear up. Sorry, God. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing for that. Anyway, I think that's a beautiful thing. You need a partner. In my opinion, I think, especially if you're going through something, I don't need a partner or a friend in my life that's going to bring me down. I don't need a partner or a friend in my life that's going to constantly bring and drown in the negativity for me. You know, this is something I will say about my I don't like saying boyfriend. I'm 40 years old. About my man there is that for me, I see the glass half empty. And in times past, I've only dealt with people in relationship wise, dealing with, they saw the glass. I mean, I deal with it half full. And I've dealt with people who saw it as half empty. So he sees the glass as half full. And I think that that's beautiful, because in those moments that you're going through something, or they're going through something, or you're both going through something, you could get through it with the resilience because you can see the positive outcome. I think you need somebody that's resilient and that's positive, that can pour into you and you can pour into them, because the sooner that you can be reassured, the sooner you can bring yourself out of those situations. That's just my opinion. Okay, let me check this. Let's see. Oh, it is true. Yes, indeed. I try to focus on me, but always end up lifting those around me. See, instinctively, it's up to them to stay there, but I always give a boost. I think that's important. I'm gonna start that. I think that's important. And I think we take on the notion, especially you take on the notion that you got to help in certain ways. You got to be so proactive doing this to help this person this way. And sometimes you just being helps a person. Sometimes you just giving a smile helps a person. Sometimes you just giving a listening ear and letting someone know that they matter. You're like lifting someone up in such a beautiful way. I know that has happened for me. So Lisa, I know you do it. You do it for me. Just being who you are uplifts me. So you give great boosts. Oh, you're more than welcome, Dan Beck. Oh, it is. Oh. Okay. I'm about to cry again. Lucid. JP. Oh my goodness. Much love to you. I hope you are doing really well. And I can't even say little man anymore. I bet he's running around getting into everything. Much love to you and your family. I'm about to start crying. It is really good seeing you. You guys have made my day today. I'm so glad we're doing this today. Much love to y'all. Mwah, much love. Anyway, if you got someone who can ride the waves of life and come out stronger on the other side, don't let them go. They're pretty special, okay? And it says science says so. I don't say science says so. I said you say so. The world says so, you know? Don't let those type of people, those are your ride or dies. Those are your ride or dies. I was caught in a situation where I was always trying to be everybody ride or die, but didn't nobody want to ride or die with me, for me. You know, I had to learn to ride or die for myself. And then you have that ride or die, you know? So they're optimistic. I am. Oh, much love. I love hearing that. I love hearing that. I love hearing that, Lucid. The next type of person, and some of these people may hold all of these characteristics. You know, the next characteristic of a person that you want to keep in your life and have in your corner is someone that is optimistic. Now, like I say all the time, my home-based frequency, this is just for me, my nature, me being true to what is my nature, is on the more positive end of the spectrum. Okay. I always say, it's not me ignoring. I don't like to ignore any of my emotions or feelings when I go through things. I've gone through grief. heck, I still go through grief sometimes. People that have passed away, I'm learning to live with it, but there are moments where I am grieving for them after so many years. So I'm not saying these emotions on the lower end of the vibrational spectrum are bad. I'm saying staying there is I can't help it, is keeps you at a lower vibration, keeps you at a lower frequency. You cannot mindful manifest positive things in your life if you're stuck in these lower frequencies. It's like it's like putting a seed in the ground and watering it with more dirt on top of dirt on top of dirt. You need water in order for a seed to grow. The water in this situation are the more positive energies, the more positive vibrations. Okay. So you need somebody that when you're going through things, or even if you're not, somebody that's optimistic and a little bit positive. I can't be dumped. I cannot be around the negativity, because I will start becoming negative. You know, optimism is more than just seeing the glass half full. It's about believing in a brighter future, even in the face of adversity. Sounds like a nice trait, right? But here's where it gets really cool. Optimism isn't just good for the soul, it's good for the body too. Research shows that people who are optimistic actually live longer. A study found that optimistic individuals had an 11 to 15% longer lifespan and had a 50 to 70% greater odds of reaching 85 compared to their less positive peers. If you got a partner who can find the silver lining in any situation, hang on to them. Not only will they keep your spirits high, but they might just help you live longer too. I think that's, woo. Yeah, I like that right there. I'm gonna go through and highlight some of this stuff later, reread this again for myself. Number 4, they're selfless. Let me check these things. Let me check the chat to keep it up. Oh, don't freeze on me now. Come on. Okay, there we go. Oh, everybody's saying hi. I love that. Okay. To create heaven, you must know what hell is. You know what? And I agree. You know what? I've had my share of knowing what I don't want versus, and now walking in that in whatever situation it is, and going through that hell, Lucid, has made me appreciate the heaven in my life. And that heaven could be my children. That heaven can be, my mate. That heaven could be finding the perfect job, or my living in my career, having a job and then leaving that job, going through hell in that job and leaving that job and doing my passion, which is my heaven. So I agree. It makes you appreciate things more, and I'm not saying that everybody has to go through so much in hell. Please don't give me that. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm speaking for myself. I agree with what Lucid just said, because I look back on my hellish situations and how it helped me be the woman that I am now, and the situation I'm in now, the people that are around me now. I have so much gratitude for it, So I do want to say, does suffering lead to salvation? I wouldn't say that. I will say from my own experience, and people don't need to I'll say this for me. I've had 2 miscarriages, okay? You don't need to have a miscarriage in order to appreciate. There are plenty of people on the face of this plane of existence that have had children and didn't have the complications, almost losing their life, and the things that I went through in order to bring my children into the world. There are plenty of people who appreciate the love and parenthood without all that. But I do tell you, after having 2 miscarriages and having, especially the first one, almost losing my life, I am so grateful for my children, and I look after them in a different way, and I have such an appreciation. Doesn't mean that everybody has to go through that. No, but I do know for me, it makes me more grateful, you know? I know that's right. I saved myself. So, I don't know. I saved myself. I like to believe life isn't that unfair. Mm. Oh no. Pain is inevitable. Suffering isn't. Mm. Hmm. I'm sorry. I'm thinking upon your what you just said. Damn that. Hmm. I'm learning. Everyone here has not had a straight path, but hey, we survive. It still is. That's agree. I agree with that. And then there are those um, who have had straight paths, and they are so they're not ascending, they're not growing, they're not. They've had everything. You know what I'm saying? They've had everything like handed to them, or they may have never had to worry about a meal. They may have never had to worry, can I pay my rent, can I pay my mortgage, or I'm not going to eat in order so my kids can eat, that type of situation. And so, but you have people like that, and it seems like they don't there's no spiritual growth there. I think about that, Dan Bet. Hmm. Hold on just a second, guys. My phone is doing that freeze thing. Oh, no. Just keep stepping forward. Hey, girl. Hey, Vanessa. I'm here listening in the background. Didn't want to be alert. You creepy girl. You lurking in the shadows. No, much love. I totally understand. I hope you and your little one are doing well, mamas. Thank you for even popping in. Are you talking? Am I? No, no, I'm not. Mm-mm. I'm so sorry, guys. My phone is like jumping and freezing. Okay, let's see. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. We can get burned and the pain is inevitable, but the suffering through it, it isn't needed. We can accept the pain and heal. That's exact. And you know what? I had to come to that realization. I'm glad you said that, Dan. I'm go star that. Um, I can't, coming from an abusive relationship, coming from a neglectful relationship. I use myself as an example because that's the only example I can speak on in truth and honesty. I couldn't help that I had a partner that at that time was putting his hands on me, or emotionally, mentally, spiritually abusive, neglectful, and all those things. I couldn't help that, but I could have left sooner. You know what I'm saying? This is for me. I could have left sooner. I'm glad I didn't leave sooner because I have three beautiful babies. Okay. I have three beautiful babies, but I'm saying, um, and there were so many reasons why I stayed, but I stayed in that suffering because of my fear. And so I'm saying this on my behalf. Like, I stayed in that suffering out of fear, you know? And man, what is that Bob Marley quote? I'm gonna find it. But Bob Marley has this quote that says, I'm paraphrasing it, that everybody is going to hurt you. You have to figure out, but the thing is, you have to figure out the ones who are worth hurting for, something like that. We all hurt one another, but when it comes to abuse or things like that, it's about you can't help that, but the stain and the suffering. I get what you're saying right there, Dan Beck. Yeah, you cannot fail if you keep on moving. If you go exactly, I feel like not. I feel like staying in stagnation is failure to me. If I don't move, if I don't grow, if I don't learn from this lesson, then I fail. but no need to suffer in the now. Dan, look at you coming in on fire. Stop, sit down. I'm starring that. No, with me, I'm not RH negative. It was with me, it was the preeclampsia, but we won't get into that. But girl, yes, I need to email you. There were some things I wanted to ask you, Lanessa, because you throw so many jewels. I had some questions I wanted to ask you. So I need, if you have a moment, could you email me and I get your email? If you have a moment, there's some things in times past I had some questions I wanted to get your input on. Hey, Crystal Shaman, much love. Listen, what you call the same problems with the baby latching. I like, okay. Hey girl, I'm so glad you guys are here. Let's see. There we go. Me neither. Thank you, Crystal. Really now sounds like many who can't conceive are dealing with blood type issues. The suffering is what makes the journey worthwhile, because through it all is shown what is wrong, the strength, and will come. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? And for some people, they may view it in another way. It makes you more appreciative. My dad, I've said this before, you know, people know my dad is from West Africa. He came from a place where sometimes there wasn't enough food. Sometimes you didn't eat but one time a day, if that, and stuff like that during hard times. And then he comes over here and he's so grateful for the basic things, like, you know. And I think where we are, sometimes people are like, what can I be, when I say, you know, show gratitude for something in your life. I've had people say, what is there to be grateful for? You know, as people are sitting on their phones or people are sitting on their tablets on YouTube, they have a phone, they have Wi-Fi connection, saying, what is it that I need to be grateful for? There are people who don't have clean water, you know, and they go through this life, and once, just like Lucid just said, you go through that suffering and you live through it, and you not only feel and know your strength, you tap into that strength that we're always talking about, that inner power, but it makes you have so much gratitude. And what are the two frequencies that are super duper duper powerful? Love and gratitude. Anyway, I'm gonna star that, Lucid. Oh, thank you, Brett. Thank you. You know, and it's like in life, when something, you can either stop when you fail at something, or you can keep going. When I was in track, I could either stop when I lost the track, when I lost an event, or I could keep going and use that failure, that loss, to fuel my fire. You know, it's how you look at things. Just like we're talking about this article, do you see the glass as half full or half empty? You know, that's big. Your perspective is big. Do I take this as a life lesson to help me grow, to help me be a better woman, to help me be a better man, to help me be a better friend, a better dad, a better mother, a better partner, a better friend, whatever? Or am I going to take what is thrown at me in this life? Because we live in this world, we live in this system. So it is inevitable. Something bad, something unwanted is going to happen to you. Are you going to let it crush you? Are you going to sit here and give your power over to the situation, power over to the system? Or are you going to grow from it? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to grow from this pain, from this process? I don't know who in here has ever planted a garden, especially for the first time, and you plant a garden and some seeds grow, most of the seeds don't grow, and you like, I did all this hard work, I'm never going to plant a garden again. If people thought like that, we wouldn't have things to eat. But you learn the lesson from the previous mistakes of you planting gardens. And so the next season you plant, you put what you learned into action, and then you have a bigger garden. You have more harvest. You know what I'm saying? Because you learned your lesson, and the lessons you learned, you put into action for your next planting season. So I think I have to agree with that, Dan, Beck, and Lucid. I have a sign that says growth. It's three suns, and it says grow through what you go through. Are you going to grow through it, or are you just going to sit there? It's up to you. Conflict. Oh, goodness gracious. I love that. Thank you, Brad. Face everything and rise. Yes. Okay. I have this gratitude journal. I'll just randomly take out. I love your gratitude jar, by the way, Lisa. And if I'm in a moment, even if I'm not in a moment, if I'm in a happy moment, the other day I was drinking some tea, and my son came in here laughing, and I appreciated that moment. I took out that journal and I said, I appreciate the laughter of my son. I appreciate this cup of tea that I'm drinking, because there are some people who don't even have clean water to make tea. And after that moment, there are all these things that I started to be grateful for, because I was in a little sad moment, and it brought me out of that moment as well. So you guys are awesome. Girl, I'm grateful for all the shitty diapers I had to change. Okay. Oh my gosh. If I had money for all them diapers I had to change, Lanessa, I tell my kids to this day, I have literally been pooped on. Oh, girl, I love it. Here's my email. Email me there. Just a quick email so I can get your email, Lanessa, and then I can email you some questions. Okay. Yeah, there's my email. And if you could email me there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brett, for putting that up there. Let's see. No pun intended. When a flower doesn't grow, you fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower. Oh, I love this, Brett. I'm starring this. Gratitude swells the spirit. Oh my gosh, it does. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sorry. I gotta stop. That's a toxic trait of mine, because of the things that I went through, is apologizing. I was a people pleaser, and I'm working on those things. I constantly apologize for me being me, because it's out of habit. I'm constantly apologizing for me being me, and I'm learning. I'm learning. So, okay. So we're growing, and I'm learning that it's okay. I'm about to cry right now because I'm so grateful. See, we're having this moment right now where we're talking about gratitude. I look back over where I was 5 years ago versus where I was 3 years ago versus where I was last year versus where I am today. And I can't help but be so thankful. And although it was such dark times, although I put up with so much, although I kind of lost myself, I'm so grateful, because it kind of refined me. I'm stronger. It helped me have my voice. And those of you who have been here with me for a couple of years now have even stated that, I finally found my voice, and y'all can hear the difference in my voice. So I'm here right now because I'm crying, because I'm grateful, and I'm crying with tears of gratitude, because I don't need to apologize for my tears. I don't need to apologize for being me. I understand that this is me and this is my personality, and I no longer have to apologize. You don't have to apologize. And getting through whatever situation you got through, you look back with gratitude, because you got through it. A whole new person. Woo, it's that open conversation. We might get back to this article, y'all. We just might. Brilliant, beautiful mind. Oh, child, make me another cup, Brett, please. Oh, I love that, Brett, though. Okay, thank you and that's what we're talking about. It's not about the numbers, guys. It's not about, it's the power. You can have so much power. And even when we talk about, oh, we're fighting this system, fighting, people are like, we need all these people to have strength. You can have, I would rather have the strength of 12 people standing in their power, trusting within themselves, healing, not fully healed, but healing, positive in their way of thinking and being, than have 1,000 people who are so unsure, who need other people, who aren't trying to get on the journey of self-healing, get on the journey of self-growth, who are depending on other people for their light, for their energy, for their peak, for everything. I'd rather have 12 than 1,000. Okay. I love that. I'm starting that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for allowing me to do that. I just, for so long, I held back because I got made fun of. I got told it was wrong. I got told it was weak. Although I know I'm strong, just because I cry or just because I allow myself to be vulnerable, I feel like, let me know, guys. We live in a society now where it's so accepted to be so fake. It is so accepted to filter this, to filter that. I'm gonna print myself up for a Twitter. Y'all help me. What's some platforms? Um, for Facebook, for tweeting, for YouTube videos. I'm going to pretend to be someone that I'm not. And like I said before, I wore a mask for so many years, not because I was trying to live a life and pretend. It was because out of trauma, and I didn't want to hurt nobody, and I was too ashamed of what I was allowing to be done to me. I can understand those type of masks, but we live in a society where fakeness is like celebrated, and when you're authentic, people want to throw you away. So I connect better, and it has helped me grow, and it has helped me heal when I connect with people who can be vulnerable, man or woman. We are, yes, souls, eternal souls, but we're having human experiences, and that's a human connection that we can all benefit from. Oh goodness, come on, phone. Oh my gosh, guys. My phone is freezing again. It's out of practice. It's out of live practice. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, I'm gonna read the article while my phone unfreezes. I hope I'm being heard. Let me get a drink. My phone is really froze. Okay, there we go. There we go. Sunkiss, it feels like you speak from our hearts many times. Oh, I love you, Lisa. I see you. As Alan Watts said, paraphrase, the most human thing we can do is cry. Ooh, I love that. I'm sorry now. Like I found you on Ian's channel, some of the best chats on YouTube. Yes, indeed. I don't know. I don't know what he has going on. Twitter. Thank you. Oh man. What's up, Level Plane? Much love to you. Much love. We are supposed to feel, whether it anger, joy, sorrow. To not feel and shut them off seems to be distancing ourselves from our own. Thank you so much, Brett. I'm so glad you said that. And that goes back to the frequency, the vibrational frequency, hurts and things that we were talking about. You don't want to not feel. And then if we condition ourselves to not feel, to disconnect from that part of our humanity, that part of our soul self, we become numb. And then when we become numb to ourselves, we become numb to one another. That's where humanity is failing itself. We have become so numb to one another. And I'm all for, like I say before, I can't change the whole world. We've talked about this before. I'm living in the eye of the storm while I'm trying to mindfully manifest the things and create positive changes within my own life for myself, my children, my partner, and the people around me. But I am aware of the things that are happening and in those happening around this plane of existence. And I do send out that love, or I do volunteer work within my own community. I don't like saying what I do within my community, because I feel like that should be something between you, the universe, and the people that you're helping. But when we become so disconnected from our emotions, like Brett said, we disconnect from humanity. Where's the righteous anger for when somebody is doing somebody else's wrong? Where is the fed upness? I don't know if that's a right word, of when people are being manipulated on these platforms, or when people are being used and abused. You have people nowadays who walk by people who are getting hurt because they are so numb, and they say it's not my problem. Because I had to move back with my mom, and she's so mean, puts me down so much. I've been there and done that. Okay, thank you guys, because it was frozen. My phone was frozen. Thank you guys for letting me know that. We did no. I don't know. Keep you real. Yes, indeed. If you guys want, y'all can go check that out. So much love, level plane. Let's see. Yes, numbness. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, we're going to get back on this article, guys. And I hope everyone that is affected by those fires and things, and the animals, like the people, I hope everybody is doing well. You guys can check out his channel. I'm not part of that community anymore, but I do wish him, his platform, and people and everybody who is affected by that well. I do. Just getting out of bed. Okay. All right. Thank you for even listening. Thank you for even listening. Much love, guys. Okay. Totally got to get back to what I totally but I love the conversation between us, the conversation that you guys have in the chat, and where we ping pong from is way more important and so valuable. That's what the article is for. We talk about things, we talk about the article, and then it leads to open conversations. That's why I always say, that's what I like to say, open conversations. Okay. Number 4, they're selfless. Selflessness is a quality that plays a huge role in the success of a relationship. A selfless partner is always thinking about what's best for you, not just thinking about what's best for them, but what's best for you, what's best for them, what's best for you guys. That's how a partnership should work. They put your needs before their own, not because they have to, but because they genuinely want to. And get this, psychologist agree. Studies show that selflessness leads to higher relationship satisfaction for both partners. I'm gonna stop right there. There's a limit to being, you can be selfless, but then even in your relationship, sometimes we get so caught up in our relationships, whether it's romantic, whether it's friendship, whether it's being a parent. And I do understand that at certain ages, when you people be talking about you need to have that time, that self-care time, and you're like, I am a mom of an infant newborn child. I have a toddler. I'm breastfeeding both. I am working on 2 hours of sleep, literally. Where am I going? It sounds good to have that self-love. It sounds good to have that I need to get back to me. But in those moments of reality, it's very challenging to have a self-love moment, a moment of where you're just focusing on yourself, realistically. Because when you do have a time to focus on yourself, you want to eat a hot meal, or you want to take a shower in peace, or you end up falling asleep. Okay. So, but I do realize as your children get older or your responsibilities change, and it is important to create those selfless moments for yourself. And it's good to have that selfless characteristics for you and your partner and things like that, or people. But there's a limit there. We have to have healthy boundaries for that selflessness, because if you continuously are selfless to everyone else, speaking from experience, speaking as a recovering people pleaser, that's a toxic trait. That selflessness for everyone else can turn into people pleasing and become a toxic trait. We talked about this before, that we automatically view toxic traits in relationships as, oh, he or she is abusive, they're angry, they're neglectful, they're this, they're that. And we don't look at things like overly giving, people pleasing, people chasing. Those are toxic traits. So that selflessness in your relationship can turn into people pleasing. So we have to have healthy boundaries. Okay. The study suggests that when individuals focus on being selfless, they feel more connected and in harmony with their partners, which contributes greater happiness, satisfaction. Oh, I just read that. If you found someone who loves to see you happy, who's willing to make sacrifices for you, for your well-being, hold on tight. They're a rare find, and science proves that. And I do agree with, you looking out for the well-being of your partner, you looking out for the well-being of, your children and things like that. I'm gonna get back to partners because that's what he's talking about. But you can't lose yourself. You got to look out for your well-being as well. Because if you're not all right, partner's not gonna be all right. If you're not all right, kiddos aren't going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? If grandma ain't all right and she constantly pouring from an empty cup, because she pouring to her kids, to her grandkids, to everybody else, giving that beautiful energy, and she is running low, grandma not going to be all right. So you have to think about that selflessness. Anyway, number 5, they're honest. Honesty. I love this. I feel like this is so important. This is for anybody that you want in your life. This can be for an employer. You don't want to work for a dishonest employer, because their dishonesty can be your downfall as well. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Thank you. The right partner will encourage you not to lose yourself. The right partner will build you up as they're building themselves up. You two will be healing and working on yourselves, and it will be healing to each other. I love that you said that. I'm experiencing that, and I have to say I agree wholeheartedly. They won't let you lose yourself for them. But in a toxic situation, they will gladly let you deplete yourself for them. They will be like, oh, let me step on you. Let me step on you. And I've said this before. We talked about, I don't believe that relationships are 50-50. Relationships are not 50-50. Why? Because sometimes you may be going through things that your partner you have to lean on your partner for. You know what I'm saying? There's sometimes you can't give it your whole 100 or your whole 50. Your partner may have to do 70. While you're 30, because maybe you had a loss in your family and your partner is there to help you grieve, even though they're grieving, but it's a loss in your family, stuff like that. I agree with you, Lisa. You will rise together, and you'll rise stronger together. Okay, they're honest. We're going to talk about honesty. I Honesty, integrity, all that good stuff. That not only goes in partnerships, that goes in friendships, that goes with the family members you dealing with, that goes with people that you may go into business with. You want an honest person. Okay? Because if a person is not honest and you want somebody that's honest with themselves, you know, because if they're not honest with themselves, they're not going to be honest with you or anybody else. If they can't trust themselves, how can you trust them? So they're honest. Honesty is the cornerstone of any strong relationship. Boom. I love that. Honesty is the cornerstone of any strong relationship. I remember a time when I messed up big time. I'd forgotten to pay a bill and it had some serious consequences. Instead of hiding it, I felt the need to be upfront with my partner. Their reaction surprised me. There was no anger, no blaming, just understanding and readiness to find a solution together. I'm going to say this. There was a situation where it was out of my trauma. I'm so used to reacting a certain way because of trauma. And I spoke about something that bothered me. And it was I was honest, and the honesty was met with non-hostility. It was met with open communication, understanding. And so when you're honest with someone, or you accept somebody comes to you honestly and you give a good reaction, it helps set the tone for that relationship, that they can be honest. They're comfortable being honest with you and you're comfortable being honest with them. It's a cornerstone, and it is so important, an important foundation for any type of relationship. And that's exactly what honesty does in a relationship. It creates a safe space. Oh, I love that, because it did create a safe space where mistakes are not feared but dealt with together. It fosters trust and deepens the bond between partners. Also with your kids, with your children. Be honest with your children. And when your children are honest with you, I always tell my children, it's better for y'all to be honest with me. If you did something, be honest with mommy, because we will have a better understanding of what happened, you know, why you did this, why you didn't do that, and we can talk about it. We can't talk about it fully and authentically if you're not being honest, if you're being deceptive. So be honest with your children. Be honest with them. Age appropriate honesty. If you want your children to be honest with you, be honest with them. Just because they're children, these are for people who have children. Just because they're children don't mean that they do not need the respect of honesty. They deserve truth, just like you deserve truth. You don't get this, oh, I can do whatever I want card because I'm the adult and I don't have to be honest with you. No. At least in my book. So be honest with your children. Be honest with, most importantly, the number one person you need to be honest with is yourself. And then if you have children, be honest with your partner. Be honest. You know what I'm saying? You have to check, look at who you have in your life. Age appropriate honesty and whatever, integrity. I've met so many people who have no integrity. I've met and even stood up for so many people. I've stood up for people who turned out in the end to have no integrity. Who have no integrity, who is not honest. That's why now I'm careful who I say I'll ride for. I'm careful who I'll say I'm loyal to. Number one, I'm loyal to myself. I have found that people will flip on you on a dime in order to further themselves along financially, emotionally, mentally, on these YouTube streets, on Twitter streets, on whatever. You know what I'm saying? So be honest with yourself. I don't know how I got on that. Oh, integrity. I'm sorry, but being on this platform, and I've met people from all over the world. So many people, and I have never, in such a short span of time, I would say, met so many people, whether it's in a community or the person the creator of the community. I've never met so many people who have no integrity. And so anyway, the rarity is a shame. Here's to all the honest beings, okay? And that's called standing in your square, standing in your honest square. You know, because I was honest and open with my kiddos. Me too, Lisa. But it's okay. As long as, you know, people will come and people will be like, I don't need to be honest. I don't need to have I don't need to do this. As long as you're okay, don't worry about what everybody else is doing. As long as you can look at yourself in the mirror and you know you have stood and you stand in integrity and truth, and you can live with yourself and you don't carry that guilt or shame, bump everybody. That's just my opinion. I can't rock with people who I will no longer rock with people who don't hold integrity. And when I see it as a red flag, I will dip out. I will be gone. You don't have to ask people to change. You don't have to ask people to change. You change. If I notice characteristics and traits in people that do not align with me and my well-being and what I have going on, I won't try to waste so much time trying to see the potential in people. I'm seeing you where you're at. Maya Angelou, one of my favorite quotes, I understand her more than ever. When people show you who they are, let them. You're showing me who you are by your pattern. So there you go. People didn't like that, but that's okay. Power your young ones. I have so many years of stories about this topic of being overgiving, and trust is such a funny thing. When I'm being 100 honest, it's mainly viewed as lies. Oh, that's so sad. I have like trauma from all this. We're just trying to be good and truthful in my life, helping people, never asking for anything in return. Give me armor, you know, and people are repelled by that. If people aren't honest with themselves, they're not gonna like the fact that you're honest with yourself. They're not gonna like it. You know, level playing. They're not gonna like it. So it repels people. That just shows you we live in this society where honesty isn't and being authentic isn't like celebrated, you know, like, and that goes back to what we were saying, even with all the filters and all this, all the fake eyelashes, the fake booties, the fake, I'm fake. Let's clap. Let's aim for fakeness. Fakeness is successful. That's what we're aiming for. Who cares if you feel shitty inside for being fake? That's what's in right now. No, when you're honest with yourself, you can step back and you can see, hey, this doesn't align with me. And you don't have to, goodness gracious. That's just me. That's probably why I don't have a lot of people in my life, but I like it that way. Trying to mix oil and water. Okay, yes. Stand up tall and learn to fight the face of all. Yes. Lyrics keep right. I love that. Lou said, thank you. Exactly. When you're authentic, it's like a mirror. In my opinion, when you're authentic, it's like a mirror. When you're trying to be as honest as you can and walking in that, and then when people get around you, it's a reflection, and people see what they're not being honest with themselves about and what they're not being honest with other people about. And sometimes people run, you know, like I said, speaking from experience, wearing that mask and not being authentic when I was in that relationship. I wasn't being authentic. I wasn't standing in the truth that was happening in me. And when people would say things, it would show a reflection on my relationship of what I was putting up with, what I was lacking in myself. And I didn't like that. I ran from that. That's why it made me scared of the woman that I had become. So I ran from it until finally I couldn't run from myself anymore. You can't run from you. I'm going to premiere that little video. It's like 15 minutes on the channel. You can't run from you. I don't care how much makeup you try to put on. I don't care if you try to use the right words of positivity, love, this is that, I'm so grateful, I'm this, I'm that. I'm feeling this way, but if you're not honest with yourself and you're wearing a mask, you can't run from you. So you may be able to trick everybody else, but you can't trick you. This is from experience. You got to go to bed with you. You hold your own thoughts. So you may put on a front for everybody else that you're some type of way, but in your mind, you're being tortured because you know who you really are. You know who you are. Nobody needs to tell you who you are. Nobody needs to bring up the shameful acts that you hold on to. Nobody needs to bring up that you're wearing a mask. You know when you're wearing a mask. And I don't have a good relationship with my mama, but I hold this quote that she taught me. Everything you do, what's done in the dark will come to the light, honey. You try to outrun that shadow self. It's going to catch up to you. So be honest with yourself. It's so much easier to be honest with yourself and authentic and stepping in your way instead of being dishonest and trying to figure out the mask that you're wearing for this person, this crowd. I'm this way for this person. I'm this way for that person. Just be you. If you lose people, oh, well, then those people are not meant to be in your life. What's meant for you, you don't have to fight for. And if you're having to fight for people, then it's not an authentic, wholesome connection. Let it go. If you have to fight for people because you are wearing a mask, if you have to put a mask on for people, if you have to put a mask on for your spouse, if you have to put a mask on for your mama, if you have to put a mask on for your dad, if you have to put a mask on for your sister, if you have to put a mask on for this person because you don't want to let them go, then that is not an authentic connection. You cannot build a connection on lies. So it's best to be honest, to be yourself. And if people don't accept you for who you are, then you don't need them in your life. Then y'all aren't at the same frequency. And that's okay. They're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay? Let's see. So I know we're going, the article is almost done, guys. Sorry, guys, it's almost done. Everywhere you go, there you are. Exactly. Thank you so much, Brett. Yes, the boomerang effect. Okay, be gone. Take off the mask. Okay, guys. They're patient. Okay, let's see. Studies suggest that honesty fosters trust, which is a foundation for happy and healthy relationships. When partners are open and transparent with each other, it can enhance intimacy, build stronger connections, create a reliable bond. If you're not open and honest, then you're walking on eggshells, and that's toxic. That's a toxic dynamic right there. And that means you can't fully be yourself. If you have a problem with your partner, been there, done that, and you're afraid that they're going to respond to you in a certain way, and so you're walking on eggshells, even though you come to your partner whoever, coming with them, this has affected me, it made me upset, I feel like this, and if they're lashing out or they're so defensive, you're not going to want to go to them. It puts you on eggshells, and it actually and it takes away the connection. It chips away at that connection. If you found someone who values truth over comfort, who's open and transparent with you, don't ever let them go. Okay? Science says they're worth their weight in gold. We don't need science to tell us that. But thank you. They're patient. Patience is a virtue, especially in relationships. A patient partner is a blessing. They're the ones who will listen to you vent after a long day without interrupting. They're the ones who wait for you to be ready to talk about something heavy without rushing you into things. But that's not all. Patience can also help reduce stress and conflict in your relationships. Not just the intimate relationships, but in your relationships. Being a patient mother versus being a mother that's impatient and snapping at their children, whether they're small children or whether they're grown children. Do you think Do you think that if you're not patient with your children as right now as children, and you're showing them this, you're building the pathway for your relationship, and they're going to see that you're not patient, you're not understanding, they're not going to come to you. That's a very important trait, in my opinion. It's not painless, gotta keep going. Okay, strong bond when you know you got each other back. Okay, boom, I'm a star of that, mama. I can't take off my mask if I'm around people in person. I've basically been LARPing as a mentally conflicted hermit. Oh, being that stays away from everyone and never leaves their room. And there are certain situations, level playing, where we know people are not really fully themselves because of abusive situations, because of misrepresentation of who you really are and things like that. When I'm talking about masks, I'm talking about people who put on masks purposely to manipulate, to mislead, to harm, to take from physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually away from people, and to really play with people's minds. Those types of masks I'm talking about. These type of masks that you're talking about, these are the type of masks where healing needs to come in, and I relate to that, and not being able to be myself or wearing that type of mask because of the people around me. So I understand what you're talking about there. I wish I can just give you a big, big hug. Lucy Rose, I really do. Big hug. Oh, Sinu Amounts, I love you away. I despise the eggshell shuffle. Okay, I lived that for so long in so many different relationships, and family wise and partnership wise, friends, walking on eggshells, out of fear of rejection. Yes. Well, I do. Keep going, You're going on yourself. And we have our own ways of honoring ourselves within ourselves in those moments, like where we can't truly be ourselves in the environment we're in. And like I said, level playing, it's not what you're saying, and the mask that you're wearing is different than somebody who is purposely manipulating people. Those are the masks. I just right now just sending level playing just a big hug, and just so much love, and just so much peace within your mind, within your whole being, and comfort. I just feel like you need peace. I really do. And to be heard. And I'm glad we're here. And I want you to know, I'm about to cry. I want you to know that I hear you. We hear you, and we love you, and we appreciate you here. So you don't ever have to put a mask on while you're here. And if it's 20 minutes or an hour and a half, if you get some form of relief by not having to put on that mask because of the situation you're in, my desire is that you get a relief while you're here, because we see you, we love you, and we honor you for who you are, not for who we want you to be, not for what the things that we want you to say, but for who you are. You don't ever have to wear a mask, boo-boo, here. Okay. Being definitely wouldn't be a source of that because of these types of things. But the larva is like not that. Oh. I know. I was thinking about that. I know it changed. That's a good catch. Level plane reflection. Lisa is so beautiful. Yeah. Sometimes we have those protective masks. Yes. Free fall here. Oh. Oh man. Thank you guys. You guys are feeling me right now. I appreciate this moment with you guys right now. Those who have stopped by, those who are here, and those who will watch, and uplifting and sending Um, Beautiful energy. I reject anybody who is sending negative energy, toxic thoughts, or thoughts of hurt and harm to myself or anybody here. So I reject that. It would behoove people not to do that, because I'm sending it right back to you, and it will be toxic in your life. But for the people who are here, you guys are feeling me in such a way, and I love it. Oh, love it. I love it. I've been waiting so I can change it back. Maybe reflections will stay. I love the reflections. Lucy Rose, that's a good catch. I love it. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay. Um, Studies have shown that patient plays a significant role in relationship satisfaction and longevity. Research indicates that couples who practice patience are better able to navigate conflicts, leading to more constructive resolutions and higher satisfaction in their relationships over time. This approach helps prevent arguments from escalating and fosters a more supportive environment for both partners. And if you're patient, you give the opportunity for your partner to be open and honest with you, or your friend to be open and honest to you with you, so forth and so on. Number 7, they're kind. Kindness, folks, is the golden quality. Studies have shown that kindness is a significant factor in enhancing relationship satisfaction. A kind partner is a blessing. Some people don't like kind people. I don't know. Some people thrive on the toxic. They treat you with respect. They're considerate of your feelings, and they always strive to make you feel loved and cherished. And that's something I think is important, is your kindness to make your partner, make your friend feel loved, feel heard, feel valued. That's important. And when you do that to people, it makes them not just want to be a better person for themselves, but it makes them want to be better for you, you know? And it also shows, when you show that you value your partner, you can say I love you without, that's an I love you without you even speaking. Or when you do that for a friend, or when you do that for whoever. It's not just, I know he's talking about partners here, and I might slip into saying my partner or whatever, but that's for the relationships that you hold, you know? That, oh goodness, it's beautiful. um to have somebody that makes you feel valued, makes you feel heard. um if you found someone with a heart full of kindness, hold on to them tightly. They're truly one in a million. The heart of the matter, at the end of the day, it's all about connection. These 7 qualities: empathy, resilience, being optimistic, selflessness, honesty, patience, and kindness, they're all about deepening the connection between two people. If you found someone who embodies these qualities, cherish them, especially in the world that we live in. We find that there's a shortage of people who are willing to who are willing to be honest, who are willing to have empathy, who are willing to be patient and kind. And if you see somebody that's not really patient with themselves, they don't show themselves kindness, um, at all, then, they might not show you kindness either. So you might have to reevaluate if that's a relationship that you're in. So take a moment to reflect. Do you see these qualities in your partner, in your or friendship, or whoever, or in yourself? If you do, hold on tight. You found something truly special. Let's see. Okay, and that's the end of the article. Let's go back up here. I did reflection mirror. We're just all waking up each other home at the end of the. Okay, I do love that too. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm gonna start that. Lucy, you're just a beautiful, just ray of light. Wow. Beautiful healing face. Thank you guys. Really, I appreciate that too. You guys have just created and helped create and maintain such a beautiful space of healing, a beautiful space to be ourselves, to express ourselves, even when the outside world around us, thinks that we shouldn't say these things, we shouldn't talk about these things, we shouldn't be this way, we shouldn't reject the mass, we shouldn't reject the falsehood that is normal here in our society. So thank you for this beautiful place that we've all created and we all add to. I couldn't have asked for anything more on this YouTube platform, for real, for real. Oh man. And seeing Dan Beck, seeing Lucid today, has just added to my happiness to know my family and don't have any friends in the real outside home. So it's kind of a weird place for me. Well, like I said, even if you connect with here or, you have other platforms where you connect, with people, that's what matters. I always say this, I have a lot of blood relations, but not a lot of family, not a lot of family. So, and I'm here. I know there's a lot of different energies I just don't want to mix with, but I do feel like there are genuine people who are here, who are searching, truly searching for truth, for honesty, for connections, without trying to gain something over someone, without trying to manipulate someone, there's not an agenda that we don't know about. And I feel like when we come here, the agenda is we're all healing and learning, and we want the best for one another, and from my heart, I really want the best for you guys. I want the best for myself. We live in such a chaotic world of lies and deceit. I don't want to come on a platform where I'm being lied to or deceived or I can't be myself. We face that so much in our everyday lives. We face people with huge egos in our work world, in the stores we go to. We shouldn't have to face that online when we're trying to find truth. And so all I say is, if there comes a point in time where y'all don't see eye to eye with me, don't ever worry about it. Make sure you're true to yourself and you always navigate to where you feel comfortable and connected and you feel like you're your most authentic self. Listen, okay. We're wrapping it up here. That way, you love Thank you so much for making this a safe. Aw, aw, hurts me. Thank you, Lucy. You're beautiful. Having song at some point, especially in this. Oh, I love that. Fool. That way, you always make my day. Let's see. I'm so focused on myself. Just love others. Just go through my days without expectations. Somehow, it's helping me. And Lisa, it's helping me and so many people too. True sister, I try well. I see other people with all the family drama. Exactly. I'd rather be drama free by myself than I've been there and drama free and happy in my solitude than or very few people around me than have so many people in my life and I'm miserable and I'm stuck and stagnant in the most important areas of my life where I need to focus on growth. Yeah. Disown me and I'm running from the truth of my life. And yeah, I totally want to get to be able to just feel safe. And it's like crazy to me. Feel my heart drop when I'm around people all level playing. And then my mother's side of family, none, only my dad. We can choose our family. Exactly. We can choose our family. Okay. Sometimes family is what you create. And sometimes I forgot what my short says on. I have a short on there about family. Sometimes family has nothing to do with your bloodline. You may have a few people within your bloodline that you are part of your family, and then you may have more of a created family, you know? Okay, any of that. It should be the last place where we're trying to find truth. Yes. Wrong way. Oh, gosh, you guys are just okay. And we don't play about unseasoned chicken, unseasoned ground beef. We season the food. We season the soul here, okay? It's not about playing games, you know, and we don't just have one seasoning where we're focused on one thing. We are seasoning the soul with love, with truth, with honesty, with sometimes it doesn't feel good. Sometimes those seasonings are, you know, you have some seasonings that can be a bit overwhelming, but when blended together with other seasonings, they combine beautifully. And so, as we're talking about healing, we're talking about digging deep in different types of wounds, setting healthy boundaries, people that we don't need in our lives, people and energies that we need to reflect on and maybe get rid of, or people that we need to keep. We are seasoning our soul, and there ain't no unseasoned souls here, okay? And if you are coming in, we go season you up, okay? Because it's a crime against humanity. It's a crime against the state of soul beings for you to be unseasoned. And I'm going to start that. Thank you, Discog. Okay. Uh, okay, guys, let me get. Oh, look, I thought I was caught up. I'm not. I'm torn deep down. I want for connection and I want to be connected to as many people as I could. The same time, I can't turn the corner and see someone without my heart dropping. Oh my word, level plane. There has to be, especially dealing with like I'm not a licensed therapist, but dealing with like family things and stuff like that, and maybe that trauma is just so heavy within you for your heart to be dropping just to mm, much love to you, level plane. Okay, soul season. Like I feel like I can't even talk sometimes. A lot for me going from musically free. Because now it's like so much happens, so much time alone. It's hard to mess with the words. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Yes, indeed. Much love to you. I'm gonna be thinking about you. Okay, guys. Let me find those cards that we had before and go back to the wisdom, I Ching wisdom. Okay. Going back to the positive affirmations. No, don't you ever be sorry. But it's like it's the truth. That's the truth. Don't you ever no, don't apologize for that, level plane. That's the truth. And that's what we're here for. And I love what you just said, going through that, you know, and you're speaking about that. So maybe you're helping other people not go through those things. And if people don't, you know, people dip in and out. And if people don't, you know, some people may not like when we go veer off into conversations like this, but I don't care. You're important to me and you're important to the people here. So we will stop what we're doing in order to feel and hear you. Okay, I don't give a care if there's, you know, just us in here. You mean something to me and you mean something to the people in here. And due to the fact that you're saying, you know, you're not connected to anyone outside, these moments are precious. These are beautiful moments of connection that are precious. And I love Lucy, thank you. You and Lisa and everybody else who are just pouring into him right now. Sometimes we need that. Discog. Sometimes we need to be poured into. So don't you ever feel sorry about that. Okay? Thank you, Lucy. Oh, you're being. Okay? Always, exactly. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. And the first most important healthy, loving relationship I welcome is the healthy, loving relationship with myself. And I want to maintain that. I want to keep that. I want that to grow. I want to heal. And when I say I mean for us all. I want to heal. I want to grow so I can attract loving relationships into my life outside of myself. And it may be just one person. It may just be two people. Sometimes having a lot of people around you is a setup for destruction. That's me. There's a lot of people that take and have so many different hidden agendas and hidden energies that you can't filter them out. It's impossible. So sometimes it is best to just have yourself for a while in your healing, and then maybe one or two people. I am beautiful inside out. I believe in my abilities. I'm able to create positive changes in my life. Here we go. We can spend a lifetime tracking down and defending ourselves against the negative things people say. It is better simply to go on with our own affairs. With nothing to keep the talk alive, it dies for lack of attention. The best defense against slander is to live the life of the superior person, letting our actions and conduct speak for us. And so as we get ready to part, we're getting ready to stop, getting ready to go. I changed love. Also love that I caught you. Oh, guys, beautiful for the time I've been here. Sorry. No. Much love. I'm so glad that you were here. Oh, now I'm getting the waterworks off. It just I love it. I love it. I love it. We love waterworks here. Waterworks is healing and a cleansing to the soul. And so as we go on our way, for the rest of the weekend, into next week, I want us to think and really think about and hold gratitude. Level playing. When you're having moments, and I'm telling this to myself, when we're having moments, and even if there's nothing, if you can't think of something to be grateful for, be grateful for the mind that you have, that you see things. I love your talk and how you're, the moon and looking at the sky. Not many people can see or understand that. I want you to show appreciation for the mind that you have and the discernment that you have, or you have a place where you feel safe, or, a place where you can take that mask off, but you have a beautiful mind, level playing, awareness and discernment that a lot of people don't tap into. So as we go along our way, as we go along the rest of the weekend, as we go into next week, if you can't find one thing, level playing, to be thankful for, be thankful that you have the discernment in the mind that you have. And if you have to say that repeatedly, do it when you're having one of those moments. And I'm telling you, it'll just do that. Can you do that for me, please? And do it for yourself and do that. Okay. Nurturing the one. Okay. Well, to soul shower together. Everything is always working out for me. Whether I know it exactly. Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much. You guys have nurtured and watered the soul, my soul. Oh, that way says, find 5 things you're grateful for every morning. Every morning. If you're grateful for a good night's sleep, that's so good. I'm gonna start that way. Gratitude, will bring that energy will bring in more things for you to be grateful for. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, it's new agey. Oh, that's so new agey. You're so hippie. Okay, let you live in your own life. You do your own thing. I'm telling you from experience, gratitude, that energy will push out in your life and will draw in more things to be grateful for, things that will surprise the living mess out of you. Try it before you knock it. It's not hippie-ish. It's not new age. Being grateful, how is showing gratitude and living authentically in gratitude? How is that hippie-ish? Haven't we been having since the beginning of this, our plane of existence, haven't we had, been grateful? Oh, I'm thankful that I have something to eat. I'm thankful for this. That's not new agey. That's speaking life. Showing gratitude and speaking gratitude is speaking life over you, your situations. Oh, goodness, child, we've been on here an hour and 44 minutes. Okay, let me get off of here. I feel so much better now. Oh, much love. Do y'all see that? Lisa and Lucy and Discog. He sees it. Thanking you guys. All right, guys. But yeah, throw some gratitude up in that seasoning. That's a big seasoning over here. Okay. Gratitude is a soul seasoning over here. A must. Okay. Anyway, okay. Much love, you guys. Think about one another. Send love. Well, if you want to, I'm not gonna tell anybody what to do. Some people don't like receiving it. And I watch who I receive my love from. I watch who I receive my, loving energies, because sometimes people have hidden agendas with their energies, but I do send out loving energies. And so thank you guys for being here and joining me. I do apologize for being off of my rocker a little bit, off of time, behind in time the past like week or so. So hopefully we'll get back to doing what we're doing. I'm gonna try my best tomorrow morning. And things are changing with me, and I'm at least, because I'm going to be, spending like every other weekend, in personal things and not being here in my home. And so I'm going to try my best to be here as much as possible, while I'm here, and I'm healing. And as I'm healing, I feel that we're healing together. And I appreciate you all greatly. Y'all have a beautiful rest of your weekend, a beautiful week. And until we see each other again, much love, much love, much love, much love. Attention, come with the attitude, gratitude always. I'm going to start that. And that's a beautiful way to end it. Thank you guys.